Jello Hello. Can you even hear the game? No. There we go. Let me go back on the game then. Alright, I'm gonna try and get this stream done. Just kinda unhappy as usual. So I wanted to stream this on Friday, but I just really couldn't be bothered. Let's just get this over with, get this event out of the way. Literally just been binging, like depressed binging on like another game. That's where I've been for the past like couple of days. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, been playing Warhammer. Warhammer, Total Warhammer. Let's just get this out of the way. Do, 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 do. You on there, you on here. They actually put them on. Interesting. Actually do put them on. You on as well. There we go. Out the way. Let's just do this event now. I think I accidentally clicked on the trailer. Let's just do the trailer first.
The Fog Walker has requested the Foundation's assistance. Due to a mysterious change in the smog, they've been experiencing extraordinary rates of tuberculosis. We need someone experienced in medicine to go to London and investigate.
Miss Tooth Fairy, I'm Brimley, the Ranger colleague of Arthur Fogg. There's a lot more going on here than meets the eye. Miss! Watch your head!
Are you here for the Uluru Games? Here in Cross Street, we're all celebrating the upcoming Uluru qualifiers. I'm Flutterpage. I wake everyone up in the morning. The most amazing witch lives here too. These snails are for her to eat.
Is she French?
Why? You've seen her in France? I've never even seen her leave the house.
It's all because of her, that fog hag. She's the one who created the black fog. She's caused us.
To protect the health of all involved, the London Uluru qualifiers have been cancelled.
Why should I care? I'm no athlete. I've only got one leg. Just like I've nothing to do with the Uluru Games. The qualifiers would have held the floor ritual.
She was a once-in-a-generation floor ritualist.
We'll just have to hold our own games.
Have you forgotten about the challenge, Charlotte O'Hagan?
I don't care what anyone thinks.
Okay. Alright, let's get this event out of the way.
I'm ready to go.
Please fasten your seatbelt, miss. We're setting off now.
You give me a second. I'm also doing my Arknights on the side as well. that. Where is it? Da, da, da.
You ever been to London, miss?
Yes, a long time ago.
Long, eh? 5 years? 10 years?
Longer than that.
Come on, Van. How long? You don't look 100 years old. The hospital is 2 streets away. Oh, by the way, it's been arranged for you to meet Mr. Fogg first, and then he'll show you around the hospital.
I don't see why we need to make a big deal out of a simple visit.
Couldn't agree more, miss. But as this is an official visit by Mr. Fogg, as a servant of the Crown, you can rightly expect that they're going to have the old place decked out like Christmas.
Thank you for taking me there directly. I will go to Mr. Fogg's office after my visit. You can leave without me. I think I'd like to take the underground.
The Tube?
The
You won't
tube.
like it, miss. Not the kind of place for a decent young lady. I'll wait here for you, love. I'll do my best not to crack into my flask of whiskey while I wait.
Thank you. I'll be back soon.
How did they get Batman's butler to voice act that guy? Weird. Oh, the fucking animation's just going crazy now.
How are things at SPDM, Tooth Fairy? I'm hearing rave reviews about their school physician.
I'm glad to hear it. Young children are particularly easy to soothe. A few candies and they behave just fine. A little toffee or a nibble of a fruity sweet and they've forgotten all about the Tooth Fairy's taste. A proper dose of sweets serves to calm the nervous system, and that doesn't just apply to kids. Your work here is undoubtedly busier than mine at SPDM. Besides, you're directly responsible for our timekeeper, the little troublemaker. But I am sure you didn't summon me here all for a little chit-chat.
The Foundation has now confirmed the correlation between social turmoil and the emergence of the storm. Our branches around the world are now making efforts to collect information on these key social movements. As you may know, there was a strike that has only just ended in London. And there is something I'd like to show you, besides the strike itself.
Tuberculosis.
Indeed, there appears to be abnormalities concerning air pollution and reported cases of TB. Compared to our records before the storm, TB morbidity rates are extraordinarily high, approaching levels that shouldn't be seen until the Great Smog of 1952. Our Mr. Fogg, the fog walker, has also reported that there is something unusual about the composition of the fog.
So, we need an insider with knowledge of the storm to visit London, ideally one with a medical background. I see.
I know your winter vacation just started, but I'm sure you understand. the dire situation we find ourselves in. I'll apply for a special allowance for this field mission. What do you say?
I'd be happy to go. Perhaps I'll collect some rare teeth from this era.
Good luck then. Mr. Fogg will contact you when you arrive. He is our liaison between the Foundation and the British government. He'll take you to the hospital, handling many of these respiratory patients. You will be given full trust to resolve this problem. There is something else. The Uluru qualifier will soon be held in London. It may factor into your investigation.
Uluru qualifier? Uluru London qualifier coming soon. Arcanist Fair in Cross Street. Support your favorite competitors. Winners will represent Great Britain in the Australian finals.
Australia? They shipped my uncle off to Australia back in the day. I always figured he got done in by a kangaroo. But if the smoky gets any worse, I think I might chance it. Maybe I'll find him in the outback there. Or at least avenge him.
That smoke seems to have severely damaged that hospital. But you don't seem concerned.
We've seen worse, miss. You wouldn't believe how many houses we lose a year to gas line explosions. Nothing much can shock us Londoners. It's a city where you can meet arcanists from all over the world. Arabians, North Africans, Indians and Japanese. Who knows what kind of arcane skill they can cast.
The police are on the scene now, but can they really do anything to clean up the hospital?
Well, police have got their own way of dealing with things. None too friendly. I think you should bring this up to Mr. Fogg. He's one of the few folks that look out for the working man, and he's never afraid of calling out the upper class.
I suspect Mr. Fogg will have known before we did. Let's follow the path of this dark soot on the street. Maybe we can find it, or its owner.
As you like, miss. Seems it's leading us to the East End. Only thing that comes out of the East End are drunks, tramps, and Jack the Ripper. Bloody! Miss, I swear to high heaven that I have not had a drop of drink today. This is the East End for you. Either you hit someone, or someone hits you. Please, miss, take a look for me. Tell me if I hit anything. I can take it.
It appears there's no one in front of the car.
No one?
I'm up here!
Hmm?
Look up there, miss!
Can you catch me?
Huh? She's being lifted up on the wind. Is this her arcane skill? If so, she's amazing for her age.
You lose. You ain't going to qualify for nothing like that.
Are you hurt at all?
Why would I be? It's not even as high up as a canary nest. It's no sweat with the help of little wind. But the Sutakiki was hurt. The car hit his waist.
Is this Sutakiki your friend?
Yes, but he ran away. He's probably angry. I bet he's still around. He don't forgive easy. See? Over there. That's the Sutakiki, and I'm Flutterpage.
Could you bring your friend out? I'd like to make amends if I hurt him. Especially if he can't work.
Oh, he doesn't work, but you still need to apologize. Come on out, Sutakiki. This bloke here wants to apologize to you.
It's so British. Yeah,
That thing doesn't even have a waist. And he's as big as a kangaroo.
His waist is right there. Can't you see?
A frightened critter is dangerous. Please stay back, child.
Yeah, we're hoping the story picks up a bit. Having Tooth Fairy talk just makes me want to fall asleep. I like Tooth Fairy, but she's very, very calm talking. Let me see, where's my... Let's just get... Put Argus in there. I've got Argus and Marcus.
I usually act alone, but fine, I'll try to get along.
Oops, accidentally got rid of Tuesday.
Our rooms are always open for new guests.
Oh, were you looking for me? Here I am.
Yeah, who's that Marcus? I need to heal again. I don't feel like playing today. I'm just gonna auto combat.
Sir, I suggest you cover your mouth and nose. There's something off about this smog.
Nice. Oh, there's a new game mechanic.
Christ, so the rumours are true. I never should have gone into an alley like this on such a smoggy day.
He does have a waist. What was he complaining about? His waist here? Is that what they're complaining about? Because his legs here, and then the waist would be here. There's no waist because it's just belly.
He's looking at the end of the alley. He must want to go that way.
The smog's not as thick there. I think he wants to escape. Maybe the smog's harmful to him too.
Or this way, please. You're waking.
Like a metaphor?
At your service.
Okay.
Wait,
Don't do
was
step
I
down effect?
helpful timekeeper?
Oh.
Bollocks, bollocks! Turn over already, you stupid car!
Why did Mr. Driver run away like the Sutakiki?
He was worried for his car. If it got damaged, it could cost him his job.
Lose his job? Oh, got it. I don't want to lose my job neither. He has a car, so I wager he makes more than 6p a week. How did he get that job? Can I do it too?
I suppose you could, once you grow up. Here, open your mouth.
What's this?
You were hurt. It's a kind of ointment. It will numb the pain if you ingest it, or reduce the inflammation if you rub it on your wound.
Was I hurt? I feel a little pain. But what do you mean by inflammation? Does that mean I'll catch on fire?
Take it, and you will feel much better. Doctor's orders, kid.
It's a bit sour, like a moldy raspberry, but still sweet. Why aren't other pills as sweet as yours? I see. So you're a witch doctor, aren't you? I can tell from your metal mask, teeth necklace, and the golden fairies in your jar.
That is a reasonable assumption.
So you're here for the Uluru Fair then? Must be. You even got the flyer with you.
Actually, I'm here as a doctor to investigate a tuberculosis outbreak, but the strange black fog damaged the hospital I was heading to. I followed the trace it left behind to this area.
Black fog? There ain't no black fog. Around here the smog is yellow, and sometimes I've seen black smoke puffing up from the factory chimneys, but never in Cross Street. I'd like to be an arcane skill, miss. Lots of us arcanists here. That's why we're all chuffed up for the Uluru qualifiers. There's herbalists, psychics, diviners, magicians.
Thank you, Flutter Page. I think I've got the idea.
Great! Then I'll show you around. You'll like it here.
Blech.
Welcome to Cross Street!
Stop littering, you grimy little bug.
This is the Uluru Fair.
The trace of the black fog seems to have disappeared into a large gathering of arcanists. A wise choice. A choice, I'm already assuming, that has a certain level of intelligence.
He sounds like a monster, like from tall tales where adults make up to scare us. But I heard people talking when I was sitting on the roof. They say it was born from a smokestack.
It does appear to have a similar composition to soot.
That's no good for the birds, Miss Doctor. I sure hope it don't come here. I don't want it to muck up the Uluru Fair, or scare the canaries away from the chimneys.
What's so special about the canaries?
They always know where the lanolin snails are hiding. All I'll do is give them a bit of old bread or seeds, and they find me the snails. It's my snail catching day. Stay right there, miss. I'll be back soon as I've finished. Don't go getting off your sauce while I'm gone.
This is an Arcanist Fair Booth application form. You need only fill this, and get proper approval from the city government. Then no one can bother you.
Approval, eh? What's the point? The games will be over by the time they've even looked at my application.
Are we entirely certain we even want to hold the fair in these conditions? Don't you think the weather now isn't appropriate for that kind of strenuous physical activity?
What else can we do? We need to earn our bread, or perhaps you could clean the air for us, eh, Mr. Fogwalker?
I'm doing all that I can.
Which means you can't do nothing at all, don't it? Yeah, we're coughing. But what we make in a day at the fair here is more than an entire week anywhere else. Not like we have royal allowances to rely on, unlike you. Enough of it already. Now, would you mind moving aside for the little lady behind you? She's been waiting a while.
Oh, I do apologize, miss. Miss Tooth Fairy.
I didn't expect to run into you here, Mr. Fogg.
The pleasure is all mine, miss. Oh, where are my manners? Welcome to London. Of course, we were supposed to meet in the office of the London Atmospheric Cleanup Committee. I'd have prepared a fine Indian tea for you. But I was called away to deal with matters here on Cross Street. It's a happy coincidence that you popped by. It will save us both some time.
Something the matter? You mean the air pollution?
Not precisely, no. Though one could say the problem is related. In fact, it seems just about every one of our problems comes down to these sticky contradictions. For example, contrary to good wisdom, the people of Cross Street have opted to continue their fair, despite the obvious dangers of the fog. That's just unreasonable.
You're the unreasonable one here, mate. Stop the Uluru fair on account of a bit of fog. Fog in London. Should we cancel if there's water in the Thames next?
Citizens should be made aware of the harm caused by fog, and reduce unnecessary outdoor activities.
Pardon me, you lot government officials? You saying we aren't allowed to celebrate the Uluru qualifiers? So what are you expecting us to do? Just watch the games and then pop off home? It's not like there are many events left for us Arcanists to celebrate in our own country.
Sir, you seem to have quite a severe cough.
Oh, it's not so bad. Just a little curse is all. Doesn't matter none. A good Arcanist healer can cure me.
That's exactly what I've been talking about. A curse? Good lord, man. You have a disease called tuberculosis. You need a proper doctor, not a healer.
Maybe this is just how citizens in Cross Street best comprehend the disease, in the Arcanist way. It's not a matter of Arcanists or humans. Tuberculosis is caused by the presence of bacterium in the air. It can't be cured through ritualistic purification or exorcism.
You just don't get it, do you? It's not like that. If this tuber what have you is the reason, then why does my chest burn like hell? I've never heard of no bacteria what could do that.
You feel like your chest is burning?
Like swallowing a flaming coal it is. It all started this month. Never felt anything like this before.
Like I said, there's no disease. This has to be the Fog Hag's curse. She's the one who summoned this damnable black fog. She used to be a toad before she was thrown into an alchemist's cauldron. and came out as a twisted old hag that haunts our street.
Could you tell me more about the Black Fog?
Shh! Don't say anything about it. It'll bring bad luck.
Be like.
So now we have a fog hag?
COVID-19 vibes.
What's to come next, I wonder?
There's so many people just denying illnesses. That's ridiculous.
Sometimes, despite being an arcanist myself, it's hard to understand my own people. But that's what they think around here. My colleague is presently out investigating this curse they mentioned. But, to say nothing of his intrepid skills as a ranger, I doubt he'll produce any evidence of this so-called hag. In fact, he...
Arthur, a little help, mate. We've got trouble.
So, here it is.
What's that after you now, old hat?
It's the Black Fog. Seems I've startled it, and now it's sent out critters into the streets. Steady on. Let's charge like soldiers of the Great Emu War.
Oh.
It's the hag. The hag's curse is coming for us.
Those nasty critters are coming from her garden. Run!
Is this a new route?
What's the thing
Master this book? A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you? Great. No mistakes.
It goes on them as well. So bad to have like stacking them.
Or want to hit row? Gather round. Like a metaphor?
Keep going. For our dream, comrade.
Doesn't this like counter Willow's ability?
May I say it was an honor to serve as your bodyguard, miss. I'm Brimley, the ranger colleague of my mate here, Arthur Fogg.
I wasn't hurt. Thanks to you.
Thank you, Miss Tooth Fairy, for telling us what happened at the hospital. We ought to make a summary of our investigation so far. We've encountered 3 oddities thus far today. This mysterious black fog, the unusual burning chest symptom, and... this so-called fog hag living on Cross Street.
Well done, mate. You did it. You said it out loud. We may just break the ice of your soul yet.
I'm only doing my due diligence by quoting the title verbatim. Back to the topic. Combining these clues together, we should assume a causal connection. The hag releases black fog, giving Londoners this variant of TB with the burning chest symptom.
When did you move into 221B Baker Street, mate?
It's a reasonable speculation. If so, then the first thing is to determine if such a lady lives here on Cross Street. We'd better pay her a visit.
If you insist, Dal. I can already confirm that for you. She's here, all right. Down at the house of the mangy front garden at the south end.
Very well. But might I suggest we don't all go in a rush to pay her a visit? We know nothing about her. Or even whether this hag is a danger.
Oi, Miss Witch Doctor. You done talking to Mr. Fogg and Mr. Hat?
Flutterpage, where have you been?
Wasn't you listening? I was off catching snails. With a bit of help from the canaries.
Good on you, little tacker. That's quite the harvest.
Shall we then, Miss Witch Doctor?
Where are you taking me?
Thought I'd show you around Cross Street. Figuring since I'm the best guide here.
Are you? Then, do you happen to know about the house at the south end of the street?
Sure do. Actually, these snails are for her. You can tag along with me to see her if you like.
Ugh. Rubbish. Fog hag.
This right here, miss, is the Fog Lady's house. As you can tell, it is a very big, big house. Not like mine. Mine is small, but very high up.
Steep, tilted roofs, sash windows. It's very Victorian.
Oh no. Her name ain't Victoria, miss. At least, I don't think so.
No. I mean, Victorian architecture is a kind of style of house. I'm saying this house must have a long history.
Oh. Too right about that, miss. It's been here for ages. Come along then. I'll take you in.
More carbuncles.
Are these her critters?
You lot are hungry today, ain't you? They ain't for you. They're for the lady of the house. Now please let me and Miss Witch Doctor through. Sorry, Miss Witch Doctor. They was much friendlier before.
You've been here before?
Yep. They always let me in straight away. No clue what set them off this time. I don't rightly know what to do. I try calling her, but it won't do much good. Even if she heard me, she won't come out.
You're saying she never leaves her house?
Not that I ever seen.
Do other people visit her?
No.
But you visit her often?
She likes when I bring her snails. You think she eats them? All I know is I gave her snails, and then she asked me to stay around her house for a while. When she's not in a sour mood, she even teaches me some words for arcane skills. But if she is sour, then all she does is hand me some books, and I can't even read most of them. Don't go asking her too many whys. If you do, she says, "Get out!" and you got to go. So far, the longest I stayed was a whole afternoon.
I see. Maybe I'm the reason they aren't letting you in. I'll just stay back here.
All right, then. Stay there and I'll tell her about you, miss. Miss? Do you hear me? Wakey, wakey! Here you go, miss. A fresh batch of snails.
Who is this?
Well, I don't know her name, but she's a witch doctor. She came here in a car with a flyer of the Uluru qualifiers, so I think she's here for the Uluru... Oh, I forgot that you don't like the word.
Hello, miss. I'm here investigating the source of the black fog. You can call me Tooth Fairy.
Go away.
But why? I ain't asked too many whys, miss, did I? That was only my first one today. Oh. So I can't come in at all? You promised you'd help me practice my arcane skill.
Then you better not let me catch you saying Uluru ever again.
Aww. Oh! She left me a book. Look, it's got a carbuncle on it.
Come here, Flutterpage. Are you all right?
I thought I could play at her house today.
Would you like to do something else?
Like what?
Like, see your new friend, Mr. Hat?
Mr. Hat?
Ms. Flutterpage, I'll ask you to not wear me on your head. I know I can fly, but that doesn't mean you can treat me like a kite. Besides, I'm due to begin my patrol. I need to...
That gives us some time for business. First of all, allow me to express my respect for your adventurous spirit. A haunted hag mansion whose owner feeds on snails. To visit her so quickly on your own initiative was a bold move, Miss Tooth Fairy.
Oh, boy.
Here's your tea. No sugar. Just as you asked.
Yeah, but you'd still want to know who this hag would be. You still doesn't matter if the
The connection between this lady
allegations of
and the Black Fog will require further confirmation. However, judging from our encounter, she doesn't seem to have much concern for the world outside her home. I also noted that the word Uluru seemed to irritate her.
Uluru? As in the Uluru Games? Not a fan, I take it. It's certainly odd for an arcanist to have a negative impression of the games, though not unprecedented. Which reminds me of this letter. I suspect our fog lady might be glad to hear it.
Letter from the St. Pavlov Foundation Uluru Games Organising Committee to the Uluru London Qualifiers Organising Committee. Copied to the Office of the London Atmospheric Cleanup Committee. Due to the rapid deterioration of air quality in London and the presence of an unidentified arcane-related tuberculosis outbreak, we regretfully have decided that the Uluru London qualifiers will be cancelled until further notice, to protect the health of competitors and spectators. Competitors still wishing to participate are encouraged to register for the qualifiers in Paris or other cities.
I received this shortly after submitting my report concerning the events on Cross Street.
They're right. It's better for everyone's health.
No objections here. But it's certain to cause a stir. Miss Tooth Fairy, you saw how passionate the citizens were about this event. What it means to them. They'll eat us alive when we announce this. So much more so that it's cancelled because of air quality. The firm will not be pleased, I can assure you. This great city will be the laughingstock of Europe, if not the entire world.
I mean,
Unless...
what he is. Even back then.
Unless there's a way to clean the air in London.
Impossible.
Perhaps then I might convince the Foundation to reconsider.
Mr. Fogg, there's only 3 weeks left before the
It's like
qualifiers.
asking Americans to not have guns.
It's a serious effort just to address the smog over London, let alone this new black fog and the disease that has come with it.
3 weeks. 1 for making plans, 1 for enacting said plans, and still 1 more for the final procedures.
What are you doing now, Mr. Fogg?
Thinking, Miss Tooth Fairy, is how I make the plans.
Mr. Fogg's a weird character. I don't like him.
Forgive me for interrupting, Arthur, but I had to call off my patrol earlier than expected. I'm afraid I need a favor of you, Miss Tooth Fairy. Would you mind helping us with some of the sick? After that black fog rolled through, patients with this tuberculosis variant seem to be multiplying as fast as hares in the Great Artesian Basin.
Best farming one.
Through misty woods, on paths concealed by haze, He thrice died and thrice was born in ancient days. Guide me rightly, that I may not stray. Flowers bear fruit, and beasts give offspring's way. With eyes of fire pierce through the cloudy maze. Failed again. Damn it. I won't get anywhere so long as I can't move right. Enough! The last thing this haunted old place needs is another crazy creature.
That was a different team. Good team. Oh, I could have LaPara in there, maybe.
So, one at a time or all of you at once?
Program activated.
See this count as a boss.
Transform! I've got some trouble brewing.
But don't do negative beats.
Fresh from the crucible. Get ready.
Charging.
Wait for the pop. How do you like that, huh?
Huh? It's already over?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Miss Willow.
I swear to God. Whatever thing you are, don't think I won't strangle you to death with my bare hands. Bloody. You. What are you doing here?
I only wanted to show you the arcane skill you taught me. But you are in a bad mood, aren't you? What happened? I promised I didn't call you Miss Willow in front of others. You said I can call you Miss Willow when there's just you and me, right?
And you actually listened? First time for everything, eh? But it's not about what you call me.
Then what is it? Let me help you up.
I don't need it. So then if you value my words so highly, what about the time I told you I don't need a knocker-upper?
I remember. You told me, there's no sense waking me up for anything. I don't have any work to go to. But I'm not here to wake you up, am I? I already did that for the whole street hours ago.
Oh, have you now? Well, then maybe you can buzz off and bother someone else. I didn't give my permission to let annoying little flies in my house. I'm in the middle of something important, so leave me be.
Just one more question, miss. I'll be quick. Miss Tooth Fairy and Mr. Fog say you made people sick with the black fog, but I know you didn't do it. Did you? You never told me you can summon black fog.
Done with all that nonsense, are you? If that's all you knocked on my window for.
But if you didn't, I can tell them the truth. Or you could even help them find the black fog. You're the best witch I know.
Their problem is no concern of mine.
Oh. But I did hear something. I was thinking maybe you'd like to hear it too. Letter from St. Pavlov Foundation. Due to, what? Deuterion air quality? And arcane tubal-keeled kiss? They said the Uluru qualifiers are cancelled.
Stop. Do you understand at all what you're saying?
No, but...
Go away!
Aww.
I said get out! You know what I don't want to hear, eh, lass? Your voice. And your infernal knocking. Don't you never take another step into my house. Never. Just a wee bit left. Eat snails? Let them think what they will. I don't care. The fog hag. A toad monster. The failed work of an ancient alchemist. Yes, of course, Charlotte O'Hagan. You're nothing but an ugly, evil, terrifying fog hag living in a haunted house. You deserve every bit of it. What an age. At last, witches no longer need worry about being captured in their sleep, pierced on a stake, or burnt alive.
Our next competitor is our witch from Ireland, a once-in-a-generation talent.
The ancient rituals are different now. We dance, communicating with spirits like a joyful game. Or a graceful competition.
And the winner for the floor ritual is...
A desirable... I left the pot on. Back and back. Fit for the rubbish now. Rubbish.
Just gonna make lubricant. Snail goo. Like, just buy lubricant then. It's so complicated.
Show me what you got.
Oh,
Nice
well,
job.
Loaded.
Ready, aim. Get out of here.
Eliminate target.
that's it.
And now to return to my long-term.
Way too overpowered. Oh.
I smell danger. Nice choice.
Sterilize. Ready, aim.
One sec. Let me flip the switch.
Oh, hi.
How do you like that? Huh?
Give this a taste.
Shell. Damage.
Get it. Go charge.
Nice choice.
Wait for the pop. Fire.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Click on this. No. Let me click on it. What? What do you mean? How can I click on it? I'm gonna do this. There we go. Click on things, weird.
Good morning, sir, madam. This here's your wake-up call. Rise and shine, wakey time.
Enough! I said enough with the gal. I'm already awake, ain't I? So stop buzzing around.
Wakey, wakey, morning's here. Mrs. Wilson, you awake? You can't be late again, or old Mr. Pig Eyes will be on you with his belt. What happened? Didn't she hear me? Ah. Oi, who did that? Shut up already, Liberty. Didn't you know Mrs. Wilson was sick? She's sick? What's wrong? Doesn't hurt like swallowing a burning coal, does it?
Who told you that? Yeah, maybe. Plenty of folks have been getting that too. My dad says it's a curse.
It's not a curse, dummy.
I'm no dummy, Liberty. You are, believing anything what that hag told you. She's a dirty, ugly old liar, and she's the one who cursed everyone here. She's a toad what can't get out of her house to see sunlight, and decided to curse us all just 'cause she didn't like the fair.
Have you gone off your rocker, Freddy? Just leave me alone. I got work to do.
That's work, eh? You call knocking on people's window work? I climb up in the steam turbines to tighten up the screws, and I clean them chimneys from the inside. Think you can do that, eh?
But I don't want to tighten screws or climb up chimneys. I don't like the smells.
Oh, so you like the smell of this black fog, do you? All thanks to your wicked hag friend.
Go away.
Ugh. Huh? What the?
The fog lady taught me this.
Lady? You mean that hag? I should have guessed. You'd be that ugly toad witch's apprentice.
You're not my friend anymore.
What? They were friends? That's stupid. Frenemies.
It's not snail delivery day, but after she threw me out of the house last time, maybe I'll go apologize. Maybe then I can learn some more tricks from her, or at least read her books. Hello, hello. Now, why didn't you let Miss Tooth Fairy in last time? She's not a bad person. She even gave me some flying medicine. It was sweet and sour. You think Miss Willow's lonely? She needs new friends, and maybe some flying medicine too. But this time, I won't go through the window. Not that I get why she was so mad. Was it that I stopped her from eating breakfast, maybe? Well, time to figure it out. I bet if I walk in from the front door, she won't be so angry. What's wrong?
Miss Flutterpage? What in the blazes are you doing here? Good Lord, I hope you didn't get hurt.
Mr. Hat!
Miss Bartley, I'd advise you to please stay a safe distance back.
No. Just look at the state of this garden. Oh, Charlotte, what have you been through to fall this far?
Show me what you got. Chance escorts ready. Aim. 1 sec. Let me flip the switch. Stay put. This will hurt longer if I need. Fresh from the crucible.
Huh? It's already over?
Yeah, no. Tell me about it, Mr. Bucket.
Thank goodness, you're in one piece.
I don't get it. They ain't never bit me before.
Well, you must always stay alert when you encounter critters, even in a familiar place. That's some genuine ranger's advice.
A ranger? Are you really a ranger? Can you be a ranger without a real horse? Will I get a hat like you if I get to be a ranger? Hi, miss. Are you here for the lady living here? Miss, you look a lot like Miss Willow, the fog lady. So straight and proper like a swan.
Miss Willow, you said?
Yes, Miss Willow. Did she say you were allowed to call her that too, miss?
Allowed? What kind of nutter has she become? Thank you for taking me here, Mr. Brimley. I can handle the rest myself.
You're welcome. Let's go, shall we? Hey, little tacker? It's not safe to leave you here. I'll escort you to the hospital. His tooth fairy needs your help.
All right. I thought a hospital was a big building. This is more like a fair. Only with sick people.
Well, you're right there, mate. It's not your typical hospital. Arthur's calling it the London Emergency Relief Centre for Special Tuberculosis Patients.
But it's still kind of a hospital, ain't it? Who's that swan lady? She's not from Cross Street. How did she know Miss Fog Lady?
Swan? I suppose you mean Miss Caroline Bartley. We're hoping she'll be our lifesaver.
Lifesaver?
Exactly so. See, my hat friend. We civil servants can actually accomplish a thing or two. We found Miss Bartley, a shining star of Uluru, a talented competitor, and above all, she's an insider. She arrived in London days ago, looking for our fog lady. She claimed to be an old acquaintance. Some luck, isn't it? If she can figure out the connection between her, the black fog, and this fiery TB... Oh, speaking of which, that Miss Willow truly has a special name.
Heh. What are you laughing at? How long have you been up, mate?
Sleep? Who needs to sleep at a time like this? I'm more than energetic. I'm a veritable locomotive. Better than ever.
Arthur, you need to get some shut-eye, mate.
Is that what you think? That I'll just go back home for a little rest now? Now of all times? Dead wrong, mate. We've got rounds to make at the London Emergency Relief Centre for special tuberculosis patients. Come with me, my chapeau chap. We've got a city to save.
Oh, all right. Miss Flutterpage, go find Miss Tooth Fairy, would you? She said your arcane skill might be of some help.
Well recommended. The audio fade out.
My arcane skill? Help? How can I help a witch doctor? Maybe Miss Tooth Fairy will tell me. But where is she? So many people here. I can hardly tell them from one another. Oh, but she has got those golden fairies with her. Maybe I can see them. Like how Miss Willow taught me.
To control the wind, you need to learn to see it first. Can you see the wind, lass?
Only when it's blowing something around, like dust or old paper. But I ain't got nothing like that with me now. I used all of it when Freddy tried to catch me. Is there anything else I can use? Oh, I see it.
What with this wind, eh? Where's it coming from? Oi, me hat! Please, is there any good Samaritan who can spare a blanket? Oh, God bless you.
Miss Tooth Fairy!
Flutterpage, there you are. What's wrong?
We've got to find a way to clear up the sky.
Just did it for a page, just haven't realised it yet. Use the wind. You should have what this fellow is teaching you for. Ow. No.
It's been near a week. This is how the world works. I should have known. I'm always too naive. A dead mouse. Classic. Sure to disgust me. Rotten apples and eggs from that boring old codger. I suppose he's down to his last teeth now. Soon enough, the only thing he'll be eating is porridge. Bit of comfort in knowing he hates porridge. Hands burnt by steam. It's a curse. Bumping into ghosts during the Samhain. Curse. Lost everything betting on the ponies. Each and every misfortune must surely be Willow's curse. Superstitious fools. Shysters. Brats. Oh. Well, now these are new, aren't they? Blood-stained rags. Wonderful. Sooner or later, they'll all cough their lungs out.
No! Away with you!
Horrible. No. I don't need to cast my arcane skills. Stand up. Stand up. You loser, you. Ugh. I need machine lubricant. I suppose I need to buy some. I can do this. I will do this. All by myself. Nothing to it. Let's go. Shop closed due to illness, while the owner has gone to Miss Tooth Fairy for treatment. Please leave your name, order, and address on the list below, and we will deliver it to your home as soon as the owner recovers. Tooth Fairy. All right. Then I can find the owner if I go to this tooth fairy. Is she some kind of doctor, then? Not that she could treat what ails me anyway, eh? What other shops might sell canary saliva and lanolin snail's slime? All this time I could have done this, if only I hadn't relied on others for so long. There must be another store for arcane supplies. But... I think I need to lie down. Sports fanatics, black fog, strange tuberculosis. All these things have nothing to do with me. All I need are my ingredients, nothing more. I ought to just order what I need as a home delivery. Ask them to leave the package at the entrance of the garden once a week. As for the fees, I'll just have to sell all me old medals. That'll be enough to support me until I become a proper hag. Then I can never leave my house till the day I die. There's something dark rising up from the water. It's nothing special. A bit of old rope. Or an old boot. Why can't it be a swan? A black swan here? Really? That's why you ought to go out more often. Else you'll miss these precious moments. A chance to see something special, like a black swan. Look at it. Some creatures are born with these smooth, pitch-black feathers. But it's only under the sunlight that you can see their iridescent shine. That's when all the other animals can only look on and feel themselves inferior. They can never stand out from the crowd in the same way. Your silence is an answer. I know it, just as I know every time you lash out and curse, you're cursing your own failure. Walk closer, Charlotte. Why don't we take a better look at it? Look at its gracefully long neck, those magnificent wings, and how it glides across the water. All swans are beautiful, but only the black feathers make it truly stand out. It brings back some memories, don't it? The feeling of being one with the swans and the flow of each step of our dance. We were so close to perfection. All we needed was for you to spread your wings and fly. Fly to Paris, Cairo, Istanbul, and eventually to the Uluru rock. Then it comes to me, and I can hold it in my arms, lift it above my head. This perfect, shining golden medal, standing on the Uluru rock.
Miss Willow, but what are you doing out here? You've got to move. Black fog is coming straight for you.
Ignore the noise. Eyes on the swan. It's only a tacky white swan, covered in soot. How ridiculous it looks now. wearing that false disguise. The poor thing. It must have been covered accidentally.
Miss Willow, why are you looking at that swan? It's dead.
Of course it's dead and gone. That's right. What kind of swan would want to be with something so ugly and stained? Of course it's ended up alone. Died alone. What else were you expecting? You didn't really believe that spread your wings and fly bollocks, did you?
Hello? Can you hear me, Miss Willow?
You ought to thank the black fog for lifting your illusion. Now you can see it rightly. You're not some special black swan that was born to greatness. You're nothing but...
Miss Willow, you... What's wrong with your leg?
but a cripple.
Come back for the paint. Why didn't you tell me about your...
You're much stronger than I thought, Miss Willow, if you allow me to address you as such.
Leave me be. I'm going home.
I'll walk you home. I got you. Miss Tooth Fairy and I was just chasing after the black fog, but I can walk you home first.
I just want to go home.
I'll go with you.
Flutter Page.
Huh?
Stop following me!
Miss Willow!
I just want to go home!
I...
I don't want you to follow me.
Yeah. Ooh, that was heavy.
The floor ritual is one of the most popular events of the Uluru Games. It has a bewitching style that generates a resonance between the dancer and audience. Charlotte was a genius. She was born for it, and God has sent her a coach covered in dark feathers and skilled in ancient Celtic runes. Coach Raven taught her the primal witch dance that ignited a fire within her. At least, until that tragedy 10 years ago, which took her leg. Coach Raven had given her a pocket of flower seeds as a reward for all her diligent practicing. It said they were from the druids in the forests of Glastonbury. I guess she planted them around her house and got this garden. Now all these bizarre plants share the same strange air with their owner. Thank you again for having me over. That's all I have to say about Charlotte.
What's a druid? Is it a place? Do they have canaries and snails there?
A druid isn't a place. It's a title. An identity.
Identity? Oh, like a name. Just like Flutterpage, right?
Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Bartley. I'm sorry to be taking you away from your practice. Yes, you should be. I don't much enjoy being bothered by stuffed-up bureaucrats. But if you ask me, I will tell you that it isn't Charlotte that's summoning the Black Fog. I stand by that. I swear it on all my honor as an Uluru competitor. We're witches, but not in the traditional sense. We practice witchcraft to win medals instead of summoning devils. We trust you at your word. It seems like that concludes our investigation into this fog hag. Thanks again, Miss Bartley. Miss Tooth Fairy, if you do want to thank me, mind doing me a favor? Please do something. Anything to bring her out of this hole she's dug for herself. Whatever you do, break down her door, drag her out by her hair, even blow up that old mansion. Just don't let her hide in her stupid house. She'll let you inside now. There's no longer any power preventing you. I can sense it. You know this place well. Have you visited her here before?
I think Miss Bartley wants to come in with us.
Maybe so, but she's made her choice. She doesn't want to join us inside. Let's go, Flutterpage. We still have work to do.
Whatever you say, Miss Witch Doctor.
The door isn't locked. Let's get inside. Sorry to interrupt. Diets high in sugar and fatty oils may well lead to stomach illness, Miss O'Hagan. I choose the name Tooth Fairy instead of my real name, Campbell. But did you choose to let people call you Willow? Or do you prefer the name Charlotte O'Hagan? That is the name of an excellent Uluru floor ritualist.
Tooth Fairy. Some kind of doctor, right? I think your prescription is a little fuzzy. I'm no athlete. I've only got one leg. This Charlotte has nothing to do with Willow. Just like I've nothing to do with the Uluru Games.
So far as I know, the Uluru Games do not exclude people with disabilities from full participation.
To be sure, but only if you enjoy parading yourself around for embarrassment. I think I'll pass, thanks.
No one should feel embarrassed by competing, least of all the competitors challenging themselves. That is the point of the Uluru spirit.
Excuse me? I don't remember having asked you for a running commentary.
I'm sure you already know the answer in your heart. You have wisdom and experience.
Who even invited you here? It's time you leave.
I'm here representing our mutual friend, Flutterpage.
What for?
I understand that usually the only one welcome inside is Flutterpage, but I'm here to apologize on her behalf.
Apologize? What's this?
An apology gift. She ran off a little before sunrise to collect these for you. She collects these arcane creatures you use to make the lubricant for your prosthesis, right? But she's afraid that you'll get angry at her again, so she asked me to give it to you.
Oh, I see. Now I'm the hateful, angry, wicked witch.
No, you're not. The things that these people say about you, they aren't true. As I mentioned, Flutterpage wanted to apologize because, quote, she didn't want to break your heart. Miss Bartley has told her many things about you. She never knew you're such an outstanding competitor.
Caroline?
So, will you accept her gift?
Ugh, nosy little brat. Where is she now? In the temporary hospital?
You want to see her?
Don't push me! All right, it's my own fault! I shouldn't have treated her that way! That what you wanted to hear, is it? Fine, then! You'll have what you want. Just take me to her!
She's waiting by the door.
What?
Miss Willow.
Fine. Come on in, then. Stop your crying. Listen, I shouldn't have treated you so wickedly the last time. And the time before that. Now would you stop that crying? At least not here in my...
That about spiders?
Oi.
I'm sorry. I'm really very sorry. I swear I won't break into your house no more. I'll only come in when you let me. I'll do anything you ask. Say anything you need me to say, miss. So, could I still come around again sometime?
Stop your crying first, lass.
Okay, I'll stop crying. Can I help you?
Yay! Improvement.
Enough. Enough. I've had too much of this for one day. Would you mind if I politely asked you to leave? You do have a black fog to chase after all, don't you? Just so you know, it truly has nothing to do with me.
Miss O'Hagan.
Call me Willow, child. What else do you want to say?
Would you let the food stay in your tummy for a bit longer? Eat a little more. I don't want you to be so skinny.
All right, now leave me be, please. She's seen too much of this embarrassing side of me.
And just let it. A child. Oh, you're talking about Tooth Fairy. Recipe for a brunch? No. Oh, she makes it like this. Sleeping drought. Oh, she has problems sleeping as well. Ah yes, dragon bone. Very easy to get.
So, I dreamt of eating a marshmallow last night, but it tasted like rubber. And the next day, my wife asked me why I ate the cotton she had in her nose.
What? Crack? Oh, it's a dream.
I said it's because the air was so dirty that I wanted to block up my throat. And she laughed. Of course, She says it might be better now that I can't shout and holler whenever someone scores.
These are the highest level of professional arcanists. Their abilities lie far beyond the limits of our bodies, our perception, and everything else.
Arthur, mate, do you know what you're doing?
Go on, then. Be a little louder. May as well let everyone know a trusted servant of His Majesty's government and his talking hat are hiding out in a pile of litter.
Oh, that's what you're worrying about? I guarantee you, no person in their right mind will think that a brilliant mind such as yourself would decide to hide in a rubbish pile pretending to be a potato.
What are these guys again?
Since when did you become a comedian?
What's the point of these guys again?
I learned from the best, mate. Once I'm back in Oz, I hope to be awarded the title of Duke of Sydney Slapper. Not that anyone gives a toss about titles of nobility back home. We've got more important things to worry about in the Redlands down under.
You know, Brimley, old chap, you don't have to be a duke to be above people. All you need is someone tall enough to wear you on his head.
Bloody oath, mate. Like I'd let anyone pop me on their head. I'm an intelligent being, not a bloody accessory.
Shh. Look at that sailor over there. See the ropes in his hand? That right there is presently the most valuable material in all of London to me.
Right, a bit of rope. And what about it, mate?
It's essential that I have it for my invention. We'll just wait for him to throw the ropes into the pile here, and then we'll be off. Just as simple as that. Come closer. Closer. Ready now. He's nearly here. It's no longer useful to you, son. Just throw it down.
Mate, there's a lot of good that's come of being awakened. I treasure all the adventures we've shared. But I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't have awakened if I knew I'd end up in a rubbish bin covered in fish guts.
Just a little mistake. Just a little mistake.
What are all these for, exactly?
These are my collections so far. A klaxon, a watering can, a fishbowl, and...
a chamber pot? You've gone full bonkers, mate. You're the fog walker. Aren't you ashamed of hiding in rubbish, stealing old junk?
It's not junk, old chap. Every piece here will be invaluable to our work.
What?
Each one is a necessary component for my invention.
Your invention?
For... Ahoy, sailor! You over there, please wait! Would you mind terribly leaving us those old ropes you've got there?
Good lord, he's bound for the sanitarium at this rate.
What the point is that plot, by the way?
Move along, move along. No pushing. Everyone will have their chance to vote for their favourite competitor.
Oi, Sweeney, you only pushed me out of the queue. Good bloody job, mate.
I'm voting for number 007, Molson.
007?
Molson? The first timer? Not on your life, mate. I'm down for 005 Bartley. She's the top seed.
3 days to the qualifiers. Vote while you still can. Sir? Oi! You over there with the black brolly. Come on over and vote for the winner. Oi, mister, stop your pushing.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Sorry, mate, we're on patrol.
Sir, we have a situation over there.
Let's follow them.
Now introducing the competitors for the Uluru London qualifiers.
Bartley! Bartley! Bartley!
Oi! Who pushed me?
Ouch! Mind your step, will you?
Me? Was you that pushed me, weren't it? You should be the one minding your own feet.
Arthur, I think we're only making things worse trying to move through this crowd.
Looks like we found our troublemakers. What do we do?
Keep up with them and bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, shit. Right. Recommended none. What's my weird team? I want to do a weird team. Let me see. It's a kind of a weird team. Oh, you're also down here. I think this one then. Bum, bum. Weird team. Weird team. Where's the weird team? Give me pickles, Ezra. I don't have you leveled up with your things yet, do I? The resonances? No. Tenant? Just put Tenant in there randomly? Yeah, I don't have your resonance leveled up. I need a heal at least. Maybe. Probably not. Ezra's got his shield. L'Oreal, another leveled up. Oh shit, I don't have the
wishes to come
things
along.
on for them.
Sadly, these are cannibals.
Oh well, let's hope they can handle
Leave it
it.
low. The puppy agreed with your decision.
Please, take good care of yourself.
Ooh.
Please cease resistance.
Watch my clothes.
Leave it to me.
Intriguing, isn't it?
I will help you.
It's done.
Just as I know.
That actually helps him because he needs to not attack between his points. And it's been like no damage. Oh, for them days. Okay, this is bad team. That's good enough.
Now, to divide the spoils, or should I say, a reasonable reallocation of the profits?
No, you're just a gang member, Lieutenant. Jesus. I have to pretend.
Arthur, next time, don't get me involved. I think I'm feeling sick.
But he gave us the rope after all.
Stop right there! Seems you two rough sleepers are wanted in connection with a fight breaking out on Cross Street. I'll ask you to come quietly and cooperate.
Mate, say something.
Wonderful. Now I have everything I need for my experiment. The properties of this sea-worn rope should be able to conduct the large particles into the purification vessels.
Mate, shut your gob for a minute and listen.
Yes, perfection. But how to measure and screen the size of the particles? We will need more sophisticated equipment. Huh? Why am I being handcuffed?
Because you're being placed under arrest, sir. Wait a second. Mr. Fogg, is that you?
Bloody hell! Are you seriously telling me you recognize Fogg before me? How many talking hats do you know?
Terribly sorry, gentlemen. I might not have recognized you for all this fog, were it not for that iconic umbrella of yours.
Oh, naturally. Just as I've somehow failed to recognize the two ignoramuses that tried to handcuff a hat.
We're sorry again, Mr. Fogwalker and Mr. Brimley. But we do need to ask you some questions. What with you running around, disturbing the peace, and nicking all these strange things you've got there?
Oh, I didn't steal anything. This is all just rubbish, and it's for official business. I'm going to lift the fog from London.
I see, I see. All just a terrible misunderstanding, then. Naturally, a bit of old rope, a car horn. Unmistakably the latest in technology. Anyways, mates, best we let you go. You've got a city to save. We'll be off now.
Glad that's over. I'm no fan of handcuffs, even if I don't have any hands.
A little quiet, old chap. I'm just in the middle of a thought. How might I assemble it?
I'm sorry, mister, but I just heard what happened.
Huh?
Huh?
Did you say lifting the fog, mister? Are you really going to get rid of the big, scary fog monster? Will that mean you can cure my mummy? And bring back the blue sky? Right? And then we can still have the Uluru Games, right? My mummy said if the fog keeps sticking around making people sick, then the games won't come.
Mate, this really isn't the time or place.
A klaxon, a probe, a spoon, and a spool of weathered rope. Assembled like so, perhaps using a large pot or a baby's bathtub. It will still need a touch of the miraculous. Voila!
It's breathing.
Yes. The Uluru qualifiers will not just be fog-free, my little friend. They will be sunny. But I'll need some help. Would you and your friends join me in this project, young lady?
Yes, I'll help. I'll ask my grandpa, my mummy, and Auntie Martha to help too.
The more the merrier. We are going to build the largest fog purification machine on Earth. The London Air Pollution Auto-Detect Cleaner.
That just looks like a great honking big vacuum to me, mate.
Thulis, Sulis, all life's offerings I bring, as sacrifice to you from the growing spring. The light will sprout within the world's egg lay. Your endless quest brings parents' joyful day.
Parents' joyful day.
What are you, a parrot? Fine. Keep on then. Annoy an old woman to death if you like.
Another bad mood, eh, Miss Willow? This one's your worst this week. I counted it up. Every 32 hours, steady as a clock. You start scolding me, scolding the plants, the ants, even flowers.
I thought we'd agreed. No more peeking round my house without permission.
Yeah, but you didn't kick me out, did you? And you gave me some rye bread and lemon jam. Don't quite know why you keep trying to act the big meanie, Miss Willow. I know you're a softie now, deep down. Miss Willow!
Ouch! Oh, it hurts.
Are you practicing for the qualifiers?
Hello again, Miss Swan.
No, the swan goes back. Get to 10 and then I'll break. I don't really need a break, but I'd like to at least go to 12 at one point.
Be careful. Now you can spit it out. Right. That's the 5th one today. I added a bit of powder into the candy to loosen up their phlegm. It should help them breathe a little easier.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We really had no idea what to do with this new variant of tuberculosis. You and the Foundation have been a real asset to us.
You're welcome. This is a matter of vital health for all of us. I'm very glad to see the treatment is proving effective. And I hope that our clinical experience here might contribute to solving this fog curse as well.
All I'm hoping for is for this mess to end soon, so we can go watch the games together.
Really? So the staff here are fans of the Uluru games as well?
Not just the staff. Everyone here loves a bit of sport. We're always listening to the broadcasts over the radio down in the ward. It's all quite motivating. Sometimes we even get the patients out onto the commons to practice. Something about the coming of a big sporting event always brings people together.
That's all very good to hear. But actually, it was this poster that grabbed my attention.
That's her. Gorgeous, isn't she?
May I ask who she is?
She happens to be this patient's favorite competitor of all time. She collected all of her posters and clippings. She even keeps a few photos of her as a bookmark, and in her purse.
Her favorite ritualist.
Looks like you haven't had a proper guest in ages. Have you forgotten how to make a cup of tea?
You like to presume, don't you? So why are you here then? Just to enjoy the sound of a door slamming in your face?
Oh, how terrible of me for wanting to visit an old friend.
So then, Miss Bartley, you came all the way down from Yorkshire just to gawk at an old rival? I should feel lucky, should I? Truth is, I don't care to chatter about with you. Not now, not ever. So you can just turn around and march yourself home. Flutterpage, back to business.
Why'd you send her away like that? She just wants to practice with you. She likes you.
Focus on your stopwatch. On the count of 3. No time to waste.
She's still there.
She's none of our concern.
And you ain't seen each other in a long time. Bet she misses you a lot.
For Pete's sake, Buzzy. No one does something like that just out of the goodness of their own heart. She has her reasons.
Charlotte, you know she's right. I have missed you. I want to see you. But if you really want to know the reason, I want to challenge you again. The question is, do you?
Do you know her?
Charlotte O'Hagan.
Oh, right. That's the name. Truth is, if it weren't for our little patient, I doubt I'd remember her. Most people think she's too old to compete now, that she's, retired to God knows where. Others say she's become an addict, wasting her life away. I guess I heard in the gossip rags that some people think she's keeled over and died. Too bad for this young lady, but I doubt we'll ever see her in the games again. Wherever she is, she's like as not to lose, even if she did compete.
You just want to announce to the world you've beat me, eh? Think that'll be a fair challenge, do ya? Perhaps you ought to find someone a little more your speed. Someone who's still in one piece.
One Piece mention? Oh, sorry.
Again, Miss Bartley. Please turn around. I haven't any sort of tea you'd like.
You have changed, haven't you, Charlotte?
What the blazes are you doing? What?
You just said you don't have any tea I'd like, but I think this one is just to my taste.
Wow, Miss Willow, that ribbon is amazing. It can go from long to short in a second.
A little toss of the ribbon to take control of an object at a distance of 10 meters. Catch an object after a turn. You did it. Well done. But your aesthetics were lazy. You're controlling the angle of your left shoulder, which is good, but it only means you're compensating for your poor stance.
What then? Are you expecting me to say thank you?
No need. Thank yourself for all that hard practice you must have done over all those years. You're almost good enough now. Almost. Keep the cup. Let's go back to our timing, Flutterpage.
All right. Goodbye, Miss Swan.
Oh, by the by, the ribbon technique you just did, I know you learnt it from me, from my performance at the Beltane exhibition match. Am I right?
Excuse me?
Each and every move, you copied it from my routine, right down to the ribbon.
What?
Miss Swan, your face is all red, like my daddy's face when he reads a funny joke in his punch books.
Me? Learnt from you?
You were taunting me right in front of my face, with my own routine. The very innovator that made it. I suppose it was just an attempt to win my approval, was it?
You really think that, don't you?
But I'm afraid you're not different than when we last competed, Caroline. Aye, you're diligent, but you were never graceful enough. That's what holds you back from glory in the floor ritual. Your aesthetic sensibility, it's all you've ever needed. But you still don't have it, do you now? You won't make any real progress reusing my old routines. Not unless you find your own way to express your pneuma and your own signature.
You really are full of yourself, aren't you, Charlotte? Do you know how many titles I've won at the international tournaments? The Desert Floor Ritual Open, the Aurora Cup World Championship, and many others, let alone Uluru itself. The name Caroline Bartley has long surpassed yours. I am the uncontested top seed in these games. The records of my skills, my own skills, are in the training manuals for new witches. Do you even know anything about the state of the competition these days? The rules and scoring systems are entirely different and higher in every way. The limits you once broke through are now considered standard for beginners. Ha! But indeed, I learnt it all from you. Face it, you've been left behind. You're no longer the model of perfection. You're just a shooting star that shined too briefly but eventually fell away. I am the rising sun. My name will be eternal in this sport, long after yours is forgotten.
So be it. Go on. Be the glorious sun. And leave this fading star alone.
That wasn't helpful.
Aunt Martha!
Lisa, you're back. We were just talking about you.
About me? What about me?
About your dream and your favorite competitor.
Oh. Oh, you mean Charlotte O'Hagan?
Yes,
That's great, but Mr. Fogg needs us for a project. He says we can still have the games if we all work together. Then maybe everyone will be able to attend the qualifiers. Maybe even Charlotte O'Hagan.
A project?
What sort of project?
Give me a break. What are they planning to do this time? Another useless bill that won't pass the House of Lords?
Sorry for interrupting. Did I hear you mention Mr. Fogg?
Yes, Mr. Fogg. He said he's making something that will lift all the fog from London. It's his great invention. With everyone's help, we can build a huge machine. But he says we'll need lots and lots of things, such as, pistons for the mechanic lung, and...
I'll take it over from here. Thank you, Lisa.
Mr. Fogg!
Mr. Fogg?
Oh, I need to go to the toilet now. Gonna turn this back on. Give me a sec. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. over here. Should be good enough. The cold. Look at this.
Miss Willow, I think the water's been shut off. I opened it all the way, but nothing's coming out.
Go to the water resource office and ask the staff what's going on. If they're not there, they're probably at the gin barrel.
I know you want me to leave, but how are you going to track the time and school without me?
With a heart that's pure and a body lean, to the hunt I go through forest green. Back. Pick it up and keep going, Charlotte. The movement's correct. First spin, then run the geranium over the shoulder, let it slide down the back, and as it falls to the ground, step on it to hop into the air. Then, Sulis, Sulis, all life's offerings I bring as sacrifice to you from the growing spring. Ugh, this is all wrong. The flow needs to be smoother. All right, let's try this again. The sprouting light within the world's egg lays.
Hooray! You did it!
This element requires a 720-degree turn. I haven't even made it to 600.
Oh.
Once more from the beginning. Your endless quest brings parents joyful days.
How about this time?
I did it.
You did what?
I completed the element. I did it.
Blimey! So you mean you did that move you've always talked about?
A 2.5 turn with free leg backwards and upwards, wand throw and catch.
Does that mean you can complete the ritual too?
Yes. All right. That's enough for today. It's supper time. Your mother must be waiting for you to come home with beef stew, fried fish, and bread.
But why? You usually train for about 3 more hours.
Not today. I need a break. I'm totally exhausted. Why are you still standing there? Do I need to get His Majesty's limousine to pick you up?
Oh, I get it. If I don't leave now, the critters in the garden will bite my ears.
Good. I won't see you off. Bloody. You filthy little stain. Whoever gave you permission to stick to my cauldron? Look at me. I have a whole sink of dishes that haven't been washed. And here I am, fighting a little stain on a cauldron. And when the water's just shut off too. I did ask Buzzy to visit the Water Resource Office. Hopefully it didn't slip her mind. If she even knows how to use it. Never mind. I can clean it off without water.
Why is that fighting?
I'll do my best.
Or this way, please. A bloody handprint on broken glass.
Time to turn the page.
At your service. You really do.
Okay.
Briefing complete. Was I helpful, timekeeper?
Good old Marcus.
Got it.
Oh, the fight was fighting dishes. What a weird
stubborn
fight concept.
little thing. Everyone loathes you. Avoids you like the plague. You're just a pathetic little stain clinging to what you can. Do you have no shame to sully the sacred floor with your artificial leg? So what if you finish the element? It won't bring back your leg. Without it, you're no different from a clown. How could you possibly compete again? You're not qualified. No. I'm not. All the money I spent on this leg, all the efforts I made to finish the ritual, they're utterly pointless. When was the last time I ate dessert? Or even a chip, for that matter. Year after year, I've trained harder than the last to make up for my leg. But what's the point? Forget it. Everything will be all right. Just give up. Stop thinking about it. Stop hoping. Don't look back or ahead. Just look at the cauldron. See how clean it is now? Stop clinging to places where you don't belong. The world is perfect without you. Ah! No! Still intact. Still intact.
Hey! Oh! Miss Bartley! I finally found you!
Flutterpage, is that you? I can hardly open my eyes in all this wind. Where are you?
I'm right here!
You've been looking for me, have you? How did you find me?
I knew where you were staying in London, but you wasn't there when I arrived. Then, the landlady Erica told me to try the training field. Looks like she was right.
She was. I've been training here every day. You know, to settle in before the event.
Good luck then. Actually, I've come here to deliver a very important and urgent letter to you. Here.
A letter of challenge.
I, Liberty Grove, on behalf of Charlotte O'Hagan, hereby challenge Caroline Bartley to see who will become the champion of the floor ritual in the Uluru Games. No matter if you're a seeded player, a champion, or the son you say you are, Charlotte O'Hagan, the only floor ritualist to master the 2.5 turn with free leg backwards and upwards, 1 throw and catch, will defeat you and win first place in the London qualifiers.
What? You mean...
Oh.
Out of the way! Out of the way! I found the perfect component for Mr. Fogg's machine!
This allows us to analyze the composition of the atmosphere. If the color of the filter paper meets that of the pollution standard, it will determine that the air is polluted and start working automatically. Let me show you.
Excuse me! Oi! Mr. Fogg, look! I found a glass stopper! It's the one you were looking for, right?
Oh, you found it. Yes, that's exactly what I need. Your attention, please. This glass stopper is one of the core components of this machine, which can harness the power of the sun to purify the air. Of course, this is only one component of many.
Are you done talking? We've given you everything you need. Where's our purification machine?
Quite right. We need to see the purification machine.
No need to worry, folks. Believe me, there is no one who wants this purification machine to work more than I. So, I've been doing some experiments.
Arthur! Mate!
Here!
Forgive me for not helping move it. I'm afraid I'm handless and horseless. I can't do a thing.
What the bloody hell is that? Some kind of mechanical freak?
Not to worry, Brimley. Now, folks, take a look at this. Thanks to your generous donations, my experiments on smog removal have finally come to fruition. Introducing the London Air Pollution Auto-Detecting Purifier Mark II. A high-power, multi-functional air-cleaning machine. The current model can only operate for 3 hours at a time. But I'll continue to improve its performance before the qualifiers begin. It's estimated to last a whole day by then.
Wonderful! Simply wonderful!
No more smog standing in our way!
Goodness. I can't remember the last time I saw the sun and breathed fresh air. I feel as though I've been rotting.
It's an honor to see that sweet smile of yours, Dal.
I think I'm inspired somehow. I've always felt like a bit of an outsider in London, but this festive atmosphere makes me feel a sense of belonging.
I totally understand. Though I awakened in London, my true home is the land down under, thousands of miles from here. In some ways, I'm an immigrant. This sense of belonging is a treasure.
Yes. As an East London resident, my chest swelled with pride when I learned that the Uluru qualifiers would be held here. I couldn't wait to see what would happen.
That's your 9th sneeze since we got here.
Don't blame me. I didn't even want to come. The Uluru Committee ignored my application to stay at the Australian headquarters. They couldn't find anyone willing to come to London with all this smog in the air.
They didn't have much choice either, mate. The Foundation's been preparing for the qualifiers in London for ages. We'll suffer huge financial losses if it's cancelled. Someone has to make the trip to decide whether we should cut our losses or continue to throw money at it. You must have done something to be the lucky one who has to do the job.
Holy!
I do apologise. These little monsters are all over the streets these days.
He sounds so calm. You'd think he was just talking about stray cats. You have to admire the stoicism of the Brits, especially in the face of all this. Honestly, this environment's totally unsuitable for any kind of outdoor activity. Hey, what are you doing?
Making note of the crash that almost happened. These records will be used to decide if the qualifiers should be cancelled. Someone has to be the doer, since we already have a whiner on the team, eh?
Look at all the decorations and posters. So much preparation for an event that won't even be held.
I'm surprised they even want to hold the qualifiers, given the situation.
Anyway, let's make it quick and get this job over with. Let me see. We need 2 things. Evidence that proves the environment isn't suitable for holding the qualifiers, and the profiles of all the participating athletes. Then we can go home.
Next, the changes made to Cross Street. Let's see what the local community has done to prepare for the upcoming event.
Start!
Wow! Look, Dad! Are those clouds in the sky? They're so white and fluffy!
Yeah, so fresh. I've never felt anything like it.
Hey, I can even see Keaton's store 50 yards from here. Hello! See, Keaton's waving back!
The first week is for planning, the second for execution, and the last for delivery and paperwork. Looks like you've completed the tasks as scheduled. Are you relieved?
Miss Tooth Fairy. The sun is so golden and warm.
Don't mind him. He's all over the place after working non-stop for the last few weeks. He's just trying to say he's happy, that's all.
What about you? How do you feel?
Me? The ranger soul inside me has always wanted to gallop beneath the blazing sun. Yahoo!
A critter? No. Is that the black fog? What's it doing here? I thought the black fog was a result of the increased density of regular smog in the air, but it seems I was wrong. Mr. Fogg's machine has cleaned up the smog around us, but the black fog's still here, and it's getting thicker. How curious. At least now, without the smog covering its trail, I can sense its movements more clearly. What's that? Huh? The smog's back. I did hear that these little things tend to gather in the quiet alleys of Cross Street. Perhaps they'd like a visit from the Tooth Fairies.
Happy to lend a hand.
In a box.
I have one. This book? Sharp thing. The bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. At your service.
It turns grey.
Or want to hit the waves? Time to turn the page. Sway, sway, my little boat.
In the end, we'll travel to a place with blankets of green and towering trees.
Slipped away at the first opportunity. I knew it. But what exactly was it?
What was the black smog? Who is the black smog? Probably Charlotte.
I'll do my best. I will. Or this way, please. Hot still. The bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. I can't read it. A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you?
Did everybody get poisoned?
Useful crew, want to crew? Gather round.
To turn scribe. Come on in, water's fine.
Briefing complete. Was I?
Arduous. Oh.
Is this a new route?
I will request use this way, please.
Hard scale.
You're waking it.
Like a metaphor?
For your safety.
Chin up. I really want it, bro. Gather round.
At your service.
To read.
Wow.
Perfect service. Just like
That was
always.
faster than the other ones. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep going. Playing for like another half an hour. Ah, dun, 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 dun.
Knock knock. Which would make the world a better place? Art or a heart of gold? Neither. The little knocker-up of Flutterpage will. Where's Miss Willow? She should be warming up by now. Where's she gone? Miss Willow? Miss Willow! Knock knock. Don't jump to conclusions. Mr. Wind will tell you the truth. Knock, knock. I'll open all the windows and doors, and all the treasure chests too. Miss Willow? Miss Willow? Miss Willow? What are you doing over there?
You're early. Why am I not surprised? You're about as patient as a dog waiting for his dinner.
I thought you'd start practicing as soon as you woke up. What you doing in this corner?
Come take a look at this. I wonder if it still works.
What a strange thing. What is it?
It's the sort of instrument called the didgeridoo.
The didgeridoo.
Come give it a try.
Related to the
First,
didgeridoo.
Put your hand on it like this.
Okay. Then what?
I'll teach you how to play it.
What is it didgeridoo? Bum, 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 bum. Spin, I guess.
I smell danger.
Imagine the note you want to play and tell it to the didgeridoo.
Okay. Fa.
No. Use your arcane skill. Not to use your words, but to harmonize with it. Observe it. Comprehend it.
Nice job.
Loading.
Ready? Aim.
I need to know what to do. Need to turn up the auto mode.
Target confirmed.
Give this a taste.
Oh, no, okay.
It made a sound. Did you hear that?
Let me show you how it's done.
Transform.
Charging. Loading.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Right? Oh. Oh no, I did that.
Barrage.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Ready? Aim.
Nice choice.
Wait for the pop.
Okay, this is why this game's pretty good.
This will hurt longer.
You would think, like, oh, it's all developed, but then they just like, no, you need to actually play this. Oh yeah, but none of those counts didn't count as an attack.
Charging.
That one could have counted.
Get ready. Nice choice.
Eliminate target.
Huh? It's already over?
It's beautiful. Like raindrops pattering on tree leaves.
I don't like that at all. Just a did you do sound.
Why has it gone quiet all of a sudden?
It's broken.
What? I didn't break it. Did I?
No. It's been broken for a long time.
Well, judging by the look of it, it must be old. It's got mildew all over.
This instrument is crucial to every flow ritualist. You see, we're not just dancers, but music makers, using our arcane skills to play the didgeridoo while we dance.
Just say didgeridoo.
Don't worry, Miss Willow. I know broken things ain't always easy to fix, but we can start with the easy part. Why don't we wipe off the dust first? Huh? Is this the athlete registration form for the qualifiers? Oh. And look, you ain't submitted it. Why not?
There's still time, isn't there?
No! You already missed the window! Blimey! We've got to do something about this. Oh, that's right. Mr. Fogg said that 2 officers from the Australian headquarters would arrive in London today. I think we can ask them to pull the... What was the word? Anyway, we need to get a move on. I'll pull you up.
Flutterpage. Maybe it's time to give up.
Give up? What do you mean, give up? I don't understand. Ain't this the Uluru games we've been talking about for ages? Think of all the effort you've made. You didn't jump up and down in the garden over and over again to dust it, did you? You're an athlete, not a feather duster. And you finished that move! The
2.5 turn with free leg backwards and upwards, wand throw and catch.
Yeah, that one. See? How can you just give up?
Oh, please. Don't look at me like that. Yes, I've always dreamt of completing this element. No one knows better than I how much this means to me.
Then why are you...
I don't want to talk about it. You should leave. I need to see what I can do to fix the didgeridoo. Don't forget to close the door behind you.
I ain't leaving. I'm angry.
Love it.
Don't be upset. It's not that serious.
I talked to Miss Bartley yesterday.
You didn't?
Yeah, I challenged her on your behalf with a letter.
She only visited me so she could show off all the titles she's won. She's not the first to come just to laugh in my face.
That ain't true. Caroline was happy when she got the letter.
What?
She was really looking forward to competing against you. She told me why too. She said you were the most talented and hard-working player she'd ever seen, and that it took all her effort just to keep you in her sight, let alone catch up with you. Because you're different, the one true master of the art. If there were only one gold medal in the history of the floor ritual, it'd be meant for you. Those were her exact words.
I only chose to become a floor ritualist because I had a talent for it. I wanted to win. So I practiced and practiced, paying little attention to anything else. My family, my friends, my life. None of it mattered more than victory. To me, there was no reward more alluring than the euphoria of winning. But whenever I looked back at my past glories, I felt no happiness or excitement. Instead, I'd replay every moment in my mind. Every lost point, every imperfect movement, and think about how close I was to failure. So I pursued the next victory even more fervently. I thought, next time, I won't lose a single point. Next time, I'll be perfect. That was what was running through my mind when I was crowned champion of the Beltane. But there was no next time. That was my last competition.
But you can still have a next time. You can still try again. Look at you. Your skills haven't dulled a bit.
What's the point? I've pushed away everyone I wanted to honor with my victories. I've strayed too far from home. Not to mention...
Okay, but are you happy when you do the floor ritual?
Am I... happy?
See? I love being a knucker-upper. Every morning, I get to see all kinds of sleeping positions. Some people cuddle, others curl up in a ball, and some ain't even in bed at all. I like watching them wake up too, like newborn kittens learning to crawl. And finally, when they completely open their eyes and stand on their feet, I feel a gust of fresh wind rushing out the window. It makes me happy. So what about you? Does the floor ritual make you happy?
I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind is that after a game, me mam would take me to the old cake shop down the road and buy me a cheesecake. The same one every time. That was the only time I'd allow myself to eat dessert. It had raspberries and chocolate drizzled on top. I can still remember the taste. Sweet and tart, with a light bitterness.
Oh! So what really makes you happy is the cheesecake after the game.
What?
Right. Then let's get you registered for the qualifiers so you can have that post-game celebration cheesecake again.
What are you...
Let's go talk to Mr. Fogg. I'm sure he can find a way to get you into the qualifiers. And if your leg's causing you trouble or anything, Miss Tooth Fairy can help you out. She is a doctor from the Foundation, after all.
Wait.
Don't you want to eat that cheesecake?
Cheesecake? Oh my god, Willow's so me most of the time. Alone, depressed. Had failures
Don't you
in
think
the
it'll
past.
make you happy?
Loves cheesecake.
That cheesecake.
A cheesecake.
It will, right? Then let's go get it. Life's all about happiness, ain't it?
And the story is pretty hard. Very hard hitting.
You... silly little Buzzy.
Oh.
Why is everyone leaving the stadium? Oi, where are you all going?
Home.
Home? Why? Mr. Fogg's holding the ribbon cutting ceremony for his machine in the stadium. Why ain't you going there?
It ain't happening.
Pardon?
I said it ain't happening. The ceremony. The Foundation officers cancelled the qualifiers. Mr. Fogg's so-called biggest air purifier ever doesn't work.
Oh. It. There's the black fog for you. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I'm sorry I have to leave it on a fucking cliffhanger, but it's getting to 6 o'clock and I need to make food till my partner arrives. And I'll finish this tomorrow. I have to finish this tomorrow anyway. And I delayed this, I'm just a mess. I always make myself depressed and then I regret it afterwards, and then I just go into seclusion for like 5 days. And I regret going into seclusion for 5 days. Anyway, let's just roll on Willow real quick. We've got enough rolls for her. As well, 5 stars. I don't think there's any new 5 star. No, I think so. Let me check. No. That'd be a new 4 star with the I forget the hat guy from Australia. Nope. Nope. on, Willow. That story actually made me interested in Willow. That's why they do it. That's literally why they only do those stories, just to get them interested in them. But Jay, I really hate Jay. I think I hated Jay more because of the story. I hate Jay. Oh, there it is, maybe. Who knows? Somerby, nice.
Hi, I am Sotheby. As you can see, I'm an excellent and knowledgeable lady. Huh? That farmer. He actually owns a whole group of bicorns.
Okay, I didn't get it teased me with the same freaking element. Ooh, yeah, sure. Just tiny amount. I'll get it eventually. I don't want to buy anything on stream just yet. Anyway, goodbye, I guess. Stream tomorrow. Finish the story, and then we'll probably just do Arknight's IS, or I don't know, go to Marvel Rivals. I don't know. I have like a limited amount of games I want to play at the moment. Or I'll just catch your games because I really just, I don't know. I'm depressed. Whatever. Goodbye. Tomorrow, I guess. I'll set up something. Shut up.